How do these streamers get bot lobbies?
So there's this growing belief that the top players have to use a VPN to get bot lobbies to drop high kill games. But what if I told you that's simply not true? Here's what a high kill game looks like in a really sweaty lobby. Doing well in high KD lobbies is about knowing your opponent. Good players tend to play overly aggressive, and if you know that, you can use that aggression against them. A bad player here would have hid behind cover to play it up, but because I had seen so many TikTok and TTV clan tags earlier in the game, I figured this player was probably pretty decent and would re-challenge me. And because so many people have asked about my settings in the comments, make sure to stick around to the end of the video where I'll be going through all of them. So let's take another look at that. I don't hear this guy at all until he's right behind me, and I instinctually slide cancel behind cover to avoid taking more damage. And this gives me a glimpse of the rose skin, so now I know this is probably a pretty good player. And what do good players do? They aggressively push. So I crouch behind cover, peek to get information on the push, and then time my jump to break his camera. And that was another example of just being patient and waiting for the player to push. So you might have realized by now that I've hardly left prison this entire game, and that's because you can't really run out in the open or push full teams in these sweaty lobbies. You're almost always fighting teams that are stacking together, so you're often running for your life. And that's why to be successful in these lobbies, you need to play aggressive but disciplined. You don't want to overcommit to any gunfights because there's almost always another teammate nearby. And that's why one of the most important skills you should work on is switching quickly from one target to another. And it's really easy to practice this. Just drop into plunder and pick 2 windows on a building and practice switching your aim back and forth at different distances. And as you get better, you can add more targets to make it harder. But that's enough about practice. Let's get back to winning this game. So at this point in the game, there's 2 teams left, so I grab a UAV to get information on their positioning. And because this team down at factory is outside the circle, I decide to focus on them and let my team take care of prison. And I immediately get lasered as soon as I peek, so I realize I'm not going to be able to push them, and it's going to be better if I wait for them to rotate in. So at this point, it's basically a 1v3 because there's no way I can get to my teammate who's not. And then I almost completely sell here because I wasn't checking my minimap and don't hear the enemy behind me. But I'm able to get away and get 2 of my teammates back for the regain. And with the circle closing in on prison, I make sure to grab the high ground as quickly as possible. And I hear my teammate get smoked right below me, which lets me know they might take the ladder to try to get on the roof. Now unfortunately he's able to get my teammate, but I check below me and then go for the res to make it a 2v1. And that's how you get a high kill game in a really sweaty lobby.